As an IQA, you are going to be the focal point for any learner complaints or appeals that can happen within the learning process. The learner does have a right to an appeal, so as an IQA, having an up-to-date knowledge of your subject area is going to hold you in very good stead when dealing with any complaints or disputes. Now, most appeals or disputes could be investigated informally, okay, and to be resolved as well. More often than not, a learner might have misinterpreted the grading criteria, the assessment question, or feedback from the assessor to the learner as well. And they need for you as an IQA just to step in to reassure them and give them an explanation on why the assessor has marked them that grade, okay? And more often than not, the learner will take that on board, and then you need to provide them with the next step, whether it's a reassessment or they perhaps passed and they move on to their next unit on the course, okay? With any disputes or appeals, it's fantastic to have a positive and constructive element within your team as well. Okay, so having that relationship where you are approachable as an IQA is key here. Complaints and appeals against an assessor can be quite an unpleasant experience, okay, but being supportive, friendly and approachable is going to hold you in good stead. A couple of other key points with the complaints and appeals procedure. If you don't have one of these, then you as an IQA could produce one, and this is often provided to learners at the very start of a course. It could be published within a course manual as well, given to the learners. But a key element is that appeals need to be lodged within 7 days after the observation has taken place. Now, if a learner does decide to appeal after those 7 days, then it won't be valid. Okay, too much time has elapsed from that observation, so that's very important for learners to understand. Okay, now if there is an appeal or complaint that can't be resolved from you, the IQA, then there are different steps that you can take on board. The next, it could be investigated by perhaps a training manager. So if you, the assessor, and IQA can't resolve it, then perhaps a training manager could. So the head of a centre, your organisation. If that can't be resolved, then do look towards your EQA or the actual grading body or criteria to get their views as well. Okay, perhaps it's a new appeal or dispute, and getting a manager or an EQA's opinion is going to be important here. Okay. Other important factors, after every complaint or appeal, just review the measures, okay? So it could be thinking about, why did the question, come up? Why was there a dispute or complaint? Perhaps your course or qualification does need to be changed as well. So do feel free to take any necessary changes to the criteria and let them know, your assessors, that your course or qualification is going to be changed. Okay, for this criteria, what we'd like for you to do is to document how you are going to respond with any learner disputes or complaints. You could perhaps write the steps if you want to with how you'll deal with this. If you've already got a complaints or appeals procedure, please put that into your assignment.